All right, for anybody who's joined in early, we've had some challenges today. We actually had an internet outage here at the high school and required some recabling and last minute adjustments, but I believe we have things straightened out and are good to go here. We're going to get started in just a little bit. Should be around 5 o'clock. It is 5 o'clock. So they'll have probably a few announcements and whatnot first, but I'm going to mute here for a second and go talk to my cameraman, and I'll be back shortly. All right, looks like they're getting ready to do the flip out there. You can see one of the seniors for the Tigers sporting their brand new Tiger robes tonight. Looking awful stylish here on senior night. Unfortunately, can't have a bunch of fans here and can't have much for the stuff with the parents that typically goes along with senior night. But it is what it is. We're wrestling, and that's most important. It'd be nice to get some other stuff in, but we'll take what we can get, right? I am typically stationed over by the head table, and when I am, I can hear the kids check in. I cannot hear them check in, and so there may be times that I don't have the names updated quite right. I'm also sitting back a ways from the action behind. I don't have a very good view tonight, but I'll do my best to kind of keep you updated. The good news is we've got that overlay. There's a shot by Anderson. He's in for the first two. One thing to keep in mind if this is your first time joining one of my broadcasts, the clock that you see is approximate. I start and stop that manually, and unfortunately, it's not in sync with the real clock. So it'll give you an idea if there's a little bit of time or a lot of time, that sort of thing. You may or may not see the clock in the background at times. The way the camera's set up tonight, that would be the right clock. Anderson's collecting some back points here. Looks like he's got 3 in the bank. But the buzzer's nice and loud here in the Farmington Tiger Gym, so you'll be able to hear that in the background. If you can't see the clock, you'll be able to hear that. If you're wondering if something got done in time before the period ended, that sort of thing. Got new favorite Edina coach. Not his fault at all. He's sitting where the chair is that they sat there, but I cannot get a good view at this, so we'll just keep going. Looks like there's about 20 seconds left here for them to fight off their back. Again, I apologize for not having the names. I believe this might be Troy Doroff for Edina. A few seconds left here. You'll hear the buzzer nice and loud. And there it is. First period over. Moving on to period 2. So not only is that clock an estimate, another takedown for Anderson here early in the second period. He now leads 7-0 as I missed his back points there. I'll do my best to keep an eye on the scoreboard and get that overlay synced up so that you can see what's going on. Looks like we're pretty close on the clock, within a second or so. Like I say, the idea there is you'll know roughly how much time is left. Sometimes you're watching and kind of lose track of things. But I'll do my best to keep the period and the score up to date and that sort of thing. And should have a good time here tonight. Shout out Farmington AD. You might have saw him walk by in front of your screen there, Bill Cheetah. As usual, the ADs busted their butts. Tonight he had to jump through hoops for me to get an internet connection wired up since the Wi-Fi was down. And then he got me a table and a chair and covered up my cables and per usual in the background, doing a whole bunch of work and not getting much credit. So thanks to Bill for that. Really appreciate it. Looks like they're pounding away at the sound system still. That's not quite working in-house. Looks like Doroff's going to get away, and he does. Puts his first point on the board here with 20 seconds left. He's got a cow catcher. He's got Anderson in all sorts of trouble. He's got a takedown. He's got back points coming, and there's your fall. Doroff digs out of an early hole. Put Edina on the scoreboard and give them their first 16 points. On to 113 we go. Not sure. The lineup I saw, Edina may be open here. Not totally sure. Do what we can for you though. That little scroller at the bottom hopefully will have the results. Yeah, it looks like Ryan Sullivan, ranked number 9 in AAA at 113, collected a forfeit at 113. Knots the team score up at 6 after the one bout. Ryan's little brother Tyler Sullivan taking the mat. I did not catch for sure, they haven't announced it yet. I believe this is Landon Nebel. He's ranked number 9 in AAA at 120 pounds. So he's going to cut Sullivan. Again, another quick takedown out of Nebel. And if I butcher names, I'll try to keep butchering them the same way, so just get used to one mistake over and over as opposed to a whole bunch of different ones. I'm not sure if it's Nebel or Nebel, but I'm going to go with Nebel, I think. Heck, I don't even know if that's the right kid. I'm pretty sure it is, but anyway, Sullivan in on a shot. Nebel fights it off, brings him up. Just a snap down and go behind here. Sullivan does a nice job of staying square. From the fireman carry for 2. Looks like we're going to stop the clock with about 59 seconds left. I'll readjust that. 8-2. Yeah, so anyway, super happy we got this network issue resolved enough to stream here. Appreciate anybody who's watching, listening in. So we're closing in on the end of the regular season here for both these teams. Looks like they got the blood cleaned up. And Nebel's gonna cut Sullivan again, make it 8-3. They'll be neutral with just a hair under a minute left here in the first period. 8-3 lead. A little more blood clean up there. Temporarily had an excellent view there of the mat. As my buddy, the Edina coach who was on blood duty, happened to be the gentleman sitting in between me and the mat here, but he's back. Nice slide by there. Nebel 2 more. 10-3 now. Power half, but Sullivan does a nice job rolling through and getting to his belly. Keeping his head up. Important as a bottom wrestler, right? Keep your head off the mat. Don't give that referee any reason to think that you're just hanging out down there stalling. Sullivan's fighting hard here. Nebel's doing everything he can to get him turned. Nothing yet, though. 10-3 leads. We close in on the end of the second period here. First period, into the first period. Looks like that'll do it. Sullivan's choice here, so it looks like the Farmington Tigers have their choice in odd matches. Sullivan elects to take down. Nebel says, load him up. Back to our feet we go. 10-4 lead. So with this, the Tigers, not only will they have their choice first in the second period of each of these odd matches, as we see another takedown notch by Nebel, they'll also present first at the odd weight classes. Alternatively, Edina, they will present first at the even weight classes, every other weight class, and they'll have their choice first in those same even matches. So that even odd thing can play into who gets to pick down or defer and that sort of thing, but a lot bigger issue for that is how the coaches try to get the matchups they like, and that got tight in a big hurry there. Nice turn and a fall out of Neville. He finishes that match in the second period. Now we've got multiple guys listed for Edina here, so I'll do my best to either hear or guess who's who. You know, for Farmington, we got Jake Aarons taking the mat.
And we're up and running here with the mic. Sorry, at 126 for Edina, Owen Hibbs, and for Farmington, Jake Aarons.
All right. In-house microphone all fixed up. Nick Vogt on the mic, keeping everybody in-house informed, including me, so I can hear for sure who everybody is. Always helpful for you. Doesn't do any good if I get the wrong name out there. Aarons working a 2-on-1, drops to a sweep single here. Brings it up high. Dive through out of hips. He's in on a single of his own now. Aarons feeding him a bunch of hips. Looking across face. Hips fighting through it hard here. He's in nice and tight. Aarons can't get any leverage on that crossface. He goes hip tip, gets him flattened out here. Can't tell for sure, but I think Hips still has a good grip on that leg. Still battling down there, and that'll do it. 1:02 left. A restart. 0-0 here, halfway through the first period at 1:26. Another nice shot of Aarons there. There's a takedown. Aarons strikes first. You'll have to excuse me with my headphones and mic situation here and a mask and drinking water and everything else. You might hear some gurgling and whatnot. Otherwise, I'll try to mute if I can. So short periods of dead time is probably just me taking a drink. Extended periods mean I forgot to turn the mic back on. Under 20 seconds here, under 15, and Aarons with a roll-through tilt, trying to pick up a couple of back points to finish this first period off. Hips, bellies out, though. No harm done. It looks like we'll end this first period at 1:26, 2-0, Jake Aarons. Aarons going to choose down here to start the second period. Aarons quad potted up, trying to knee slide, but Hips is awful aggressive with his half Nelson. Keeping Aarons' head on the mat nicely there. Hips, nice long guy. A lot of those kids with a little length advantage like to go with things like half Nelsons and cradles. Use that length to their advantage. Aarons trying to post that hand. Can't quite get it. Now he's got off to the side and he's up. He's to the side. That's a standing reversal there for Aarons. He leads 4-0 now. Gets his inside leg out of that Cobra or Oklahoma cradle, whatever you want to call it. Jake going right back to work for that 2-on-1. Looking for some tilts. Under a minute there. Hips bellied out as I check my text. I don't like to be the guy that's on his phone during a dinner conversation or a wrestling event, but I've got a few spotters out there that let me know if there's technical difficulties on the other end. I can't always see that, so every so often I try to check my phone and make sure everything's up to date there. Looks like a potentially dangerous call. 25 seconds left. Readjust my clock for you there. Arn's still on top. So we'll see what happens here. Arns wants to ride out, love back points. Hips would love to get up. Probably going to affect his choice in the third period here. Arns collects 2 back points. With that, he's going to be up 6-0 as we likely end the second period, and it will be Hips' choice, but I can't imagine he's going to want to go down. He got taken down and rode out in the first period and got reversed and rode out there. So he'll probably go neutral, I would guess. And he does, yep. Good solid choice there. Arns with a single up in the air here. Goes to trip, covers, now leads by 8. Farmington trying to chase down Edina here in team points. They currently trail 12-6. Hips tries to switch. Orange just powers him down with a crossface out of bounds. So with 1:22 left, they're out of bounds. We'll get a fresh start. Hips will start down. Shout out to you first-time Edina fans. I know you guys do a nice job of streaming your events too. I had a short conversation. Would have liked to have a little longer one, but just a quick one with the guy that handles your streaming. Unfortunately, like I say, we were fighting some technical issues here, and we did not have a lot of time to chit-chat. But welcome anyhow to the Farmington Wrestling Tiger stream here, put on by the Alan Josh Show. It's well, I used to be able to say that was Minnesota's most popular high school wrestling podcast, and I don't know, it maybe still is, but when I started saying that, we were the only one, so winner by default. Can't control who you compete against, right? So, but there's another podcast or two out there now. Guys down in New Ulm have a podcast. It's a good podcast, a little different type of content than Josh and I do, but they have a good time with it. Put one out about, I don't know, once a quarter or so. Under 15 seconds here. Arn's up by 8. Does not want to give up an escape here. He's got the major currently in hand. He's got that arm bar. He's just kind of stay in the saddle there and ride this one out for the major decision, it looks like. And that'll do it. Arns gives the Tigers 4 more team points, closes the gap. It's now 12-10 Edina. As we jump up to 132.
Wrestling at 132 for Edina, Seth Neville, and for Farmington, Aiden Hanlenmeyer.
All right, as we're underway here at 132, we've got Aiden Hanlenmeyer for the Tigers. Shout out to his family and friends all over the place, including Arizona. That name for Edina is not a mistake. That is another ranked Neville for the Hornets. This one, Seth Neville, Landon's older brother, I believe. He's currently ranked 10th in the state in AAA at 132 pounds. A 2-point lead here. Not even halfway through the first period. Lindemeyer to his feet. Yeah, nice stoppage there by the referee. Neville had that cross wrist tilt, and if he goes to return to the mat with that arm trapped, that can be a dangerous situation. Can end up, kid can't have a chance to protect himself and slow that fall down. Certainly the Tigers don't want that, and neither do the Hornets, right? If he doesn't return it safely and it's called a slam, that's no good for them either. So good stoppage there, under a minute the first period. Neville's still working that cross wrist tilt. And Lindemeyer back to his feet here, peeling hands, cuts away, trying to get away. Neville trying to follow. And Lindemeyer with, and I don't know for sure, it looks like a stall warning against Neville there. I had a couple lovebirds having a conversation between me and the mat, so I didn't quite see it. I just saw a red fist in the air out of the referee. So I believe Neville got called for stalling. Probably referee felt like he did not try hard enough to return him to the mat there. 20 seconds left. First period, Neville leads on Lindemeyer 2-0. Tigers bringing back their camo singlets for tonight. Fits in well with their tiger stripe theme bathrobes they're sporting for the first time this year. I believe the senior parents sprung that on them just tonight. Lindemeyer defers and Neville goes down. Neville quickly to his feet. Lindemeyer with a lift and a return. Back to a cross wrist tilt and immediately back to his feet again as Neville, relentless from underneath. He gets to his feet and away for a point. He now leads 3-0. 20 seconds into the second period at 1:32. Looks like the Farmington coaches are sporting the black and gray checkered matching tops tonight. I think they enjoy when we all, when we make some comments about their matching shirts. I love it. I know they love them. What good are matching outfits if there's no one to make fun of them just a little bit? Nice snatch single out of Neville there for a takedown. He's up 5-0 halfway through the match. There's an escape from Lindemeyer. He's on the board now. 5-1 Neville. Late in the second period, Neville with another takedown, leads 7-1 now after 2 periods. I believe everything's still working all right for our viewers at home. Hope so anyway. Lindenmeyer's going to choose down to start this third and final period at 1:32. Neville covers on the left. Alrighty, back to paying attention here. Minute and a half left, third period. Neville still on top. Lindemeyer fighting for hand control down there, working up to his base, and Neville relentless with that near wrist. Good pressure there. Looks like we're gonna have our first stalling call. Oh, you know what? Let's see here. Let's see what happened there. I think that was a second stall call on red. At least that's what the official indicated. I thought the first stall call was on Neville, and this one was more likely on Lindemeyer because they did not stop the action. Typically they'll stop that if it's top man, but he did signal a point. So I've got 8-2. If I'm going to go back, you know what, I'm going 7-2, which is what the scoreboard reads here. I don't know if that's correct or not, though. It could be 8-2 here. Or it could be 7-3 for all I know. Scoreboard on the wall reads 7-2. We'll go with that. I think they may look for another point here. On Lindemeyer with going head in the hole. Can't quite get there. Squares up. And 15 seconds left here. on Lindemeyer shifting his focus. He does not want to give up bonus points here. They're doing a nice job battling 9th-ranked 10th-rate Seth Neville. Neville in deep on a shot quickly right at the buzzer, and this is going to be interesting, folks. I see 9-2 on the scoreboard, and I'm going to go with that. Edina does not seem to be questioning that, so it must have been a phantom stalling point. We're going to go with the decision for Neville there. Hornets lead 15-10 after 132. I don't know exactly what I was seeing there, but
welcome, wrestling fans here tonight. My name is Henry Gert. I'm one of the head coaches of Farmington. Before we start this match, I wanted to take a minute and throw out our appreciation for all the seniors who are here, especially those wearing Farmington Tigers. In this match, Brandon McAdoo is the son of Sandra. His favorite memory is wrestling at the Bemidji tournament with friends. He's undecided on his plans for next year. And the thing I'll miss most about Brandon is his smile and his attitude in practice every day. Thank you for your contribution to the program.
Brandon's opponent at 138 is Cooper Shalene.
all right. I don't know if I've got audio or not. I got a bunch of messages that the camera is frozen here. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm going to mute just for a second here and head over to the camera and see if something got fouled up over there. I'll be right back, folks. All right, sorry about that, folks. I don't know what happened with our camera there. Restarted a couple things. It appears to be back. And that'll do it. That was senior Brandon McAdoo. Senior night for the Tigers. One of the Tiger coaches is mentioning just a few words about each senior before they wrestle tonight. That fall by McAdoo gives the Tigers their first lead of the duel. Now lead 16-15.
Wrestling at 145 for Edina, Landon Johnson. For your Tigers, Hunter Frost.
All right, looks like we got Hunter Frost and Landon Johnson. Hopefully video is streaming for you guys. Let me jump over. I'm looking at the YouTube stream. That looks like it's working. And that'll do it. Hunter Frost makes my life hard, of course, when I'm having technical difficulties. He gets a quick fall. Nice job, Hunter. Gives the Tigers 6 more team points. He was obviously leading 2-0 there, as was McAdoo. A little scroller. I'll get those updated, I guess. Looks like we're going to be at 152 next.
Our second senior of the night is Chase Vogt. He is the son of Nick and Jesse and has a sister named Chloe, who's one of our wrestling managers. He's a 2-time state entrant, has 74 career wins with 42 of them by fall. His favorite memory is the state tournament, just getting to do it with all my friends and getting to experience that together. He is undecided on a college choice. The thing I'll miss most about Chase is how he's always there to keep the team loose. We're going to miss you, Chase.
Nice little
Chase's opponent, 152 pounds, from Edina, Sam Seeger.
Nice words there out of co-head coach Henry Gurton for Chase Vogt. Second senior of the night, competing for the Tigers. Chase was ranked earlier this year, went through a little time away from the mat. Now we've got Edina coaches conspiring against me. We've actually got them piled up like they're playing chicken on each other's shoulders right in front of me, but Vogt's in on a takedown. Nice job, Chase Vogt. He was ranked earlier this year, was away from the mat for a little bit with dinged up just a little bit, and fell out of the rankings due to inactivity. So he's not currently ranked, but he's a rankable kid for sure, two-time state entrant. One of the more exciting kids to watch. You never quite know what Chase is going to be doing. Got a cradle locked up here, cross-face cradle. All right, as I double check and everything seems to be working, Chase follows Hunter Frost with a pin at 152, and that is not a typo. Those two were both state entrants last year, Hunter Frost and Chase Vogt. Hunter Frost at 113 pounds and Chase Vogt at 170 pounds. They met in the middle, and they're now our 45, 52 pounders for the Tigers.
Our third senior of the night is Mr. Austin Hamill. He is the son of John and Amy and has a brother named Evan. He's a state entrant with 116 career wins and 35 career falls. His favorite memory is wrestling at the state tournament and all the fun hotel stays we've had as a team. Austin is undecided in his college plans. The thing I'll miss most about Austin is his quiet demeanor. He's a team guy and well-liked among all of his teammates. We're going to miss you, Austin.
All right.
Austin's opponent tonight from Edina, Anthony Burchard.
We're underway here. Farmington's third senior of the night, Austin Hamill. Austin's currently ranked number 8 in the state at 160 pounds. Put together a nice season. His opponent tonight, Anthony Burchard for the Hornets. Hamill with the takedown. You might wonder why I don't say what kind of takedowns, because I have no idea. I can't see. But I know he's leading 2-0. And I heard the mat slap. That must be a fall for Austin Hamill at 160 pounds.
Wrestling at 170 pounds, and we're open for Edina and Farmington, Cole Lindemeyer.
Unfortunately there, Cole Lindemeyer currently ranked number 3 in the state in AAA at 170 pounds, accepts a forfeit. Hornets were open.
Our next senior to honor tonight is Mr. Caden Elson. He is the son of Ryan and Lori Elson and has a sister named Taylor. His favorite memory is winning my first varsity match. Caden has a 3.5 grade point average and plans on attending River Falls to study astronomy. One of my favorite memories of Caden is just how he came out late and he has that grinding attitude that every coach enjoys. Thank you, Caden. We're going to miss you.
Hopefully you guys can hear that in the background there. Like I mentioned, Coach Curtin
Caden's opponent tonight from Edina, Charles Thorson.
speaking a few words about each wrestler. Here's Caden Nelson. He's our 4th senior of the night, wrestling 182 pounds for the Tigers. His opponent from Edina, Charles Thorson. I'd have heard Coach Gurton mention Caden had a little bit of a late start to his career. Wrestled a little bit when he was younger, took a lot of time off, and came back last year and been a great addition to the team. Probably weighs 170 pounds soaking wet, and goes wherever the coaches ask him to go, wrestles whatever weight class is needed. I don't know if you noticed, but Farmington just had back-to-back ranked kids, and they've got another one at 195. So been a lot of times this year when opposing teams are trying to get some team points and maybe trying to play the matchups a little and avoid some of those ranked wrestlers from Farmington, and they often fall on slightly undersized Caden Nelson, but he's a gamer. He had a huge win last week for the Tigers. He's to his feet there. 2-1 lead for Thorson now. Caden's mom, Lori, is in the house tonight or not. I haven't seen her. I believe his dad is stuck at work, believe it or not. He's a grinder, just like his kid. 36 seconds left, 2-1 lead for Thorson. You might ask why I don't go up higher so I can see the mat better. That's because my 3-foot Ethernet cable has to be 3 feet from the wall I'm tucked in next to. Oh well, we're streaming, we're wrestling. We got 22 seconds left here. Thorson in on a shot. Caden chest high, feeding him some hips. Also with that ankle, 5 seconds left. We got a good scramble here. Thorson frees up. Elson comes through and gets the takedown with half a second left. Big end of the first period takedown for Caden. Elson gives him a lead, 3-2. Looks like Thorson will choose down. Elson covers. Thorson reaching up towards the head. Figure may have got caught in the headgear just briefly. That's cleaned up now. Caden with a head in the hole from a front head. Nice job, Elson. Good action out of Thorson on the bottom. Nice ride put on him by Elson here. Minute and a half left. Second period, 182. Thorson to his feet. Nelson cuts him loose. It knots us up at 3. Oh, not quite halfway through this match. Each wrestler with a takedown and an escape. Elson will have choice in the third period, but I know both these wrestlers are looking to score this period. Not going to wait till the third period. There we are, halfway through our match.
Use that, Thorson. Use it.
Exchanging collar ties here. Both wrestlers fighting for hand control. Elson goes into a 2-on-1, shovels it by and ggets behind for 2. Takedown Elson, 5-3 lead now for the Tiger. Elson currently in control here, but Thorson looking to get away. He's got a hand on a leg here. It was 2 awarded. 5-3 is the correct score as of now with Elson on top. 20 seconds left here. Thorson maybe is going to, well, we'll see. He's got 2 options, right? One is try to get the reverse, which he feels he's close to. The other is to just try to get his 1. And Elson breaks the hold with 10 seconds left, has Thorson on his belly. Nice ride there out of Elson. All the way to his feet here. Fighting hands is Thorson. See if he can score at the end of the period. And he can. Elson takes him back to the mat and maintains his 5-3 lead as we enter the third period. All right, looks like Elson's going to start this period down.
Use that bar. Keep moving.
Elson faced him, works to his feet. There's his escape. He now leads 6-3. We're neutral. Thorson reaches for a snap single. Close to a takedown. He's got takedown. He's sagging back. He's got back points coming. I can't quite see the action from here. Still a minute left here, and Thorson's got Elson all sorts of trouble. Quite a bit of mat there with the rules this year. This heft has 1 feet on. Thorson collects the fall. Looks like the Hornets are probably open, maybe at the next 2 weights. Next guy I see getting warmed up looks much larger than me.
Parker Venz is the son of Al and Jen Venz and has an older brother named Taylor. Parker currently has 74 career wins, with 53 of them being by fall. He placed 4th in the state tournament last season, and his favorite memory is the 2019-20 team and season. Parker carries a 3.4 grade point average and is undecided on his plans for next year. Special memory for me about Parker is just how he grew into such a leader for our team. Every guy on the team respects him, and when he talks, they listen, and as coaches, that is awesome. Thank you, Parker, for all your contributions. We're going to miss you.
Looks like senior Parker Venz collects a forfeit. Edina was open at 195. There's Parker's 75th win. I think I heard Coach Gerton say. He's got over 50 pins slotted right now. Looks like they're open at 220.
Congratulations, Parker, on your 75th win, and at 220 for Farmington. We have open for Edina and Andrew Keeler.
Drew Keeler will collect the forfeit, and we are already to our final match of our first duel here. The big fella's coming out.
Wrestling at 285 for Edina, Gavin Folk, and for your Tigers, Tanner Olson.
So Gavin Falk for the Hornets and Tanner Olson for the Tigers. Two-on-one for Olson here. I teased the instant replay. Backing out for Falk at the stalling warning. First one, no points awarded yet. 1:28 left in the first period here at 285. I teased the instant replay, and then when that camera froze, I got a little nervous that maybe that had something to do with the difficulties, but I've re-enabled that. We've got that option possibly. Anything exciting happens here at heavyweight, we'll give her a whirl. Closed in on a minute left here. Olson, Falk. Collar tie, fighting for position. Olson with a 2-on-1, working his way in. Falk tries to circle back to the middle as they're on the edge of the mat. I don't want to abuse that replay. I could use it to see some of the action I'm missing here with my obstructed view. It's like sitting in the top row at the Metrodome, which is an awful place to watch a football game or a baseball game. 35 seconds left here, first period. 285. Tigers lead the Hornets 52-21. Team score no longer in doubt, but we've got this one final bout to compete at heavyweight. Inside of 10 seconds left, no score yet in this match. Unless there's fighting for head-to-hand position. Falk with a shot on the edge of the mat as time expires. 0-0. Looks like Olson's going to choose top. Olson back to that 2-on-1. Falk frees that, goes to an underhook of his own. This time Falk back and Olson to the edge. You see the Eastview Lightning warming up probably in the background. Eastview and Edina will compete in our second duel tonight. That'll be we're scheduled for approximately 6:30. We'll see. We'll probably go maybe 15 minutes or so after this first duel's done. I'm just guessing. I don't know for sure. And they don't let me have a say in stuff like that. So either way, when I hear what time that next duel will start, I'll add it to the little message down there so you can see. Halfway through the match at heavyweight, still scoreless at 0. One stalling warning on Falk, none on Olson. Olsen comes back to the center. Falk stalks in, reaches for a collar tie.
Come on, Dad.
14 seconds left on the restart, 14.4. Looks like we're going to end this one 0-0. Head into the third period, still tied at nothing at heavyweight. I believe it's going to be Falk's choice for Edina. He elects to go neutral as well. Neither one of these wrestlers wanting to be underneath the other one. We decide this thing on our feet. And we're off. It is Falk with the underhook, shrugs that by and strikes first here in the third period. He leads 2-0. Also working to his feet. He's right on the edge of the mat here. Love to get a restart. Pretty aggressive ride out of Falk there. He gets off the throat there nicely, grabs a wrist. Olsen working back up to his base. And out of bounds with 1:09 left. Third and final period. Gavin Falk for Edina leads Tanner Olsen 2-0. Falk with a 2-on-1. He has been warned for stalling, but leads by 2. An additional stalling call would be a point, but it would still be a 2-1 lead for Falk. It might be playing into his strategy just a little bit here. Didn't want to do anything too risky. Trying to play it safe. See if he can ride out these final 40 seconds and pick up a win here at heavyweight. Seconds left, final period here. Time's running out for Tanner Olsen. He's trying to build a base, see if he can find his way to his feet here. Ball continues to ride wrists here. He pulls one back into an armbar with 10 seconds left. He's threatening to turn. Shoulder got a little wonky there. And with 9.5 seconds left, we've got a fresh start. Olsen needs to make something happen in a hurry here. Listen, if something happens at the end here, listen for the buzzer. You'll be able to hear that better than rely on the clock on the screen. Falk flattens him out and rides the period out. Gavin Falk with the decision for the Hornets at heavyweight, gives them 3 team points. Our final team score of our first duel of the night, Farmington 52, Edina 24. All right, I am going to mute this for a little bit, and I will leave that video and stuff scrolling and look into a couple things, and I'll be back in just a bit. I'll let you know when we find out a start time for our next duel of the night. looks like we're getting ready to do the coin flip here. We have the Edina Hornets taking on the Eastview Lightning here at Farmington High School. Edina is green. I did not catch who won the flip there, but we'll figure that out as we go on. Like all of our duels here in Minnesota, we're going to start this one off at 106 pounds. Edina took on the Farmington Tigers previous to this. Farmington came out on top of that duel. After this duel, and the Eastview Lightning will take on Farmington. I believe I've got the rosters loaded up here so I can choose some wrestlers from drop downs. Cannot promise, I did not have phonetic spelling, so almost certain to butcher a few names here and there, but apologies in advance. I'm guessing it's going to be Troy Doroff for Edina. He's the only wrestler I saw on the roster at 106, and that's where he wrestled earlier today. Let's see who we've got coming up for the Lightning. I'm guessing a name you'll hear a couple of times. All right, and we are underway here for the Lightning. Nolan Enderlin in on a quick single. He's got a takedown. He's taking on Troy Doroff for Edina. If you're just joining me for the first time, that clock you see is approximate. I start and stop it and try to keep it in sync, more to give you a rough idea where we're at in the period than to be any sort of definitive clock. We do have the buzzer turned on here in Farmington for the varsity mat. Enderline with another tilt here. Picked up 3 on that first turret, got another one with 3 in the bank, I believe. Try to keep that clock approximately correct. Doroff still not able to defend himself here with that crossface in. Referee will continue to hold these points. Considered the same move as he's got him in danger again as we cross the 1 minute mark in the first period here. There he picks up his 3. Enderlin leads 8-zip. If there's action at the end of the period here, you'll hear this nice loud buzzer in the background of the Farmington gym. You'll be able to use that to determine if time was out or not, rather than rely on that clock. But it'll give you a little bit of an idea. You'll know roughly where they're at. Some number of times today, I'm sure I will mess up and miss a score or a start and stop or whatnot, but I'll try to keep that overlay up to date so you can see what period we're at and that sort of thing. As match is complete, you'll see the results scroll by on the bottom of the screen. Do not have an optimum angle here at the mat. We had a Wi-Fi issue in the gym when I was setting up, and the only Ethernet cable I had with was about 4 feet long. So I've got a 4-foot radius from a spot low in the gym behind next to some bleachers. So I can't see the action too great from here. Looks like Enderline's going to go down to start this period. 8-0 lead. Quick roll, Doroff following hard. And Enderline with the reversal gives him a 10-0 lead here early in the second period at 106 pounds. Enderline looking cross face, looking cradle. He's got it locked up. He's hip to hip, brings him back. He's got Doroff in trouble here. Collecting swipes. And that'll do it. Enderline wins by fall.
At 113 pounds, Edina is open. Eastview, Carter Harris.
Looks like Carter Harris picked up a forfeit there at 113. Me not being near the head table means I occasionally miss that sort of stuff too, as far as who's wrestling. But I'll try to keep you up to date here. Pretty sure this is Landon Neville, currently ranked number 9 in the state.
20 pounds for Edina, Landon Neville for Eastview, Max Edina.
All right, and as I'm adjusting scores, missed the clock. I'll readjust it manually, and we're pretty close there, within a couple seconds. Catch you up on the scoreboard. Neville leads 2-1 over Max Enderline. I don't know if we're not sure if there's any more Enderlines left after this or not. That's a name that I've said many times in Duals with Eastview. Big wrestling family over there. As mentioned, Neville's currently ranked 9th in the state, 120 pounds. Class 3A. Not a single, but Enderline kicks out of it. We're under a minute left in the first period here. And fighting 2-1 lead for Neville. Enderline with good head and hands defense there. Neville can't break through, fires off another shot. Head outside, high crotch. Looks to suck it in. They're on the edge of the mat here. Neville trying to figure out if he can bring one leg back in or cut to a double, and Enderline kicks out. With 20 seconds left, we got a 2-1 match. Neville for the Hornets leading. Enderline with a nice shot, but Neville with a nasty whizzer there. Nice scramble out of these two. Inside of 10 seconds left, still 2-1. Listen up, you'll hear this buzzer. And that'll do it. Looks like Neville's going to choose down. Start this second period. Enderline covers. That was an awfully nice outside single. Ooh, Neville horsepowers through him. He's got a reversal and he's looking to collect some back points here. He's got Enderline in trouble. He's on top. Got him straight up. Minute 45 left. He's got 3 in the bank. Cuts to an arm bar here. Looks to suck that back, and shoulder goes over the top and collects his 3 back points. He now leads 7-1. 140 left. Neville back on top here. Lift and return for Neville. Out of bounds they go. Enderline quick to his feet, hand control and away, makes it 7-2. We're neutral with a minute and a half left here, second period. Another high crotch out of Neville. And he finishes it right on the edge of the mat. Takes a 9-2 lead. Minute 15 left. Whoops, wrong whistle. Enderline's away quickly, 9-3, Neville. Enderline keeps the pace up here. Enderline not able to get back to elbow control that he nearly had a takedown here at the end of the first period with. Neville's cleared that. And they're out of bounds with 41 seconds left. Neutral, 9-3 Neville. Fireman carry for 2. Neville's got that same arm bar he last time. This time he was a little slower with it. Careful not to get into potentially dangerous. And he's got swipes coming. We still got 30 seconds left. He's out front. He's got Enderline in all sorts of trouble. And that'll do it. All right. I don't have any audio on that replay there. That's probably better. Up to 126 now.
Wrestling 126 pounds for Edina. Owen Hibbs, and for Eastview, Landon Bath.
All right, as I get the names updated there. We got Owen Hips for Edina taking on Landon Vath out of Eastview. Eastview currently leading 12-6 on the team scoreboard. Valuable to know because Eastview, one of the programs that rarely publishes their results in the guillotine. Really frustrating as you're trying to prepare for things and want to give these kids credit. I don't know if the situation there, I've known coaches at other programs that believe they have some sort of a mythical advantage by hiding results. Unfortunately, I hear those same coaches at other programs complain that it's too much work to enter in all the results at the end of the year into track wrestling for seeding at sections. But if they do that reliably as the year goes on, then it's not very hard. Maybe they just don't have anybody at the program that's able to help out with that. But if you parents like hearing your kids' names and having them talked about on broadcasts and guys like me knowing a little bit more about them, maybe talk about them on a podcast, the Al and Josh Show, one of the most popular high school wrestling podcasts in Minnesota. You probably won't hear us talk about Eastview this year because their results are basically impossible to find. So to me, that's something the parents can affect. Talk to your coaches and your administrators and volunteer to help if you need. It's not hard to enter those results in. Send them to the guillotine, especially this year with COVID going on. Hard to get to very many events for almost everybody. Would be awful nice to be able to see results online, and it's basically impossible for some programs for a variety of reasons. But again, I encourage you as parents in Eastview to urge your coaches and volunteer to help out if they need a hand submitting results to the guillotine or whatnot. It's really not much work, and it helps give exposure to wrestling. I never quite followed the logic, again, not saying this is the case at Eastview, but at some programs where they seem to believe that they've got an advantage by hiding results and that sort of thing, and I just don't quite get it, but could be something else at play here. Haven't started the second period yet. Got a little blood time. Looks like it probably Hips is over in the corner getting cleaned up. He's all cleaned up, coming back to the center. He's going to defer to start the second period at 126 pounds. Let's see what Bath chooses to do. Now they find a little blood on him. We'll clean him up. If you have a YouTube account and you want to hit subscribe for our program, that would be awesome. you may or may not be interested. You can probably turn off notifications for when we go live, but tonight we almost couldn't stream because the internet was down here, and without 1,000 viewers, you cannot stream from a mobile phone, subscribers, and our subscriber count isn't quite there yet. So if you don't mind, we'd appreciate any subscriptions you could give us here. Last year for the state tournament, we put out a series of deer wrestling videos, hoping to do some more video in the future beyond streaming too. Some decent content for you. Either way, you don't have to. Hips looking cradle here on top, 30 seconds into the second period. Vath to his feet, cuts away. Hips immediately in on a shot. Vath looking to spin behind here, nothing yet. Still Hips in control, referee holding points. They're out of bounds with 1:08 left, and there's the 1 point. 1 point awarded to Vath. Halfway through the match, 1 minute left in the second period, 126 pounds. Vath and Hips going at it. Just 1 point on the board so far. And that is by Eastview's Landon Vath. Hips takes a swipe at a leg. Doesn't get home. Kind of feeling that out. Maybe setting some up for later. Vath comes in, pushes the elbow up. For a second I thought we were going to see a headlock, but no dice there. Vath is in on a tight single. He's got it lifted up, cracking back. Hips trying to whizzer. Still got a whizzer, I believe. Vath is covered. He's not quite there yet. If Vath can, there it is. Vath frees up Hips' whizzer. Immediately, Hips throws him off the front, in on a shot here. 10 seconds left. Hips would be well served to just try to get his one. And with 6 seconds left, they're out of bounds with Vath still in control. 5.7 officially on the clock there. Quad pod knee slide out of Hips, but he's just going to run out of time. That'll do it for our second period. Hips starts on bottom here for a third period, trailing 3-0. We need to try getting an escape and a takedown to tie this thing up. Instead, Vath gets a cradle locked up. It's tight. He doesn't have the arm and the crossface inside there, but it's still a pretty tight cradle. He's got 3 points in the bank. Settled in good position here. Bottom knee, pushing on the hips, trying to flatten him out. I don't know if he's going to be able to get that near shoulder down without that arm trap. Hips gets back to his belly. Cradle's still there. No points yet, but 3 in the bank for Vath. Cuts loose, gets his 3, and it's now 6-0. So now comes decision time for Eastview. They lead by 6. See if Vath elects to cut him loose. Hips has nothing to do with that. Picks up a reversal of his own, closes the gap. 6-2, Vath now under a minute left in the third period on the edge of the mat. And off they go with 45 seconds on the official clock. Update that for you. Vath down. He was approaching major, and then Hips decided to change that game plan. Scores a reversal of his own. Trails by 4, looking to pick up some back points on top here and see if he can push this into overtime or even win in regulation. Either way, Hips is safely out of major range at this point anyhow. Working cross faces here. 30 seconds left. Hips looks to be content here to save himself bonus points. Maybe looking to see if he get a cross wrist tilt locked up in there. Close the gap. Oh, I did not start the clock for you. We are at 10 seconds. Guess you'll hear the buzzer. 5 seconds left. And that'll do it. So Landavath with a decision for the Lightning. Gives Eastview a 15-6 team score lead after 126 pounds.
Wrestling at 132 pounds for Edina, Cooper Schillen, and for Eastview, Pierce Lewis.
All right, looks like we've got that all settled at the head table. We're going to have Cooper Schillen and Pierce Lewis. Schillen for Edina, they're green on the scoreboard and black and green singlets. Lewis for Eastview in the black and blue singlets, red on the scoreboard. I think Schillen's pretty good pronunciation for that. The 2 L's in there. If not, I apologize. Lewis, I'm pretty sure, unless that's something crazy, I got that one right. 1 for 2 is never too bad. Collar tie to both wrestlers, 30 seconds in. Lewis with a snatch single. Schillen stuffs that. Circle out of bounds with 54 seconds left here in the first period. Still 0-0 between Cooper Schillen and Pierce Lewis. Nice little duck under there, but they're still neutral here. Let's see if Schillen's able to take him to the mat and finish the takedown. It looks like he does, right on the edge of the mat. Schillen strikes first. 39 seconds left here, first period, 132 pounds. Pierce Lewis be in the down position after this restart. I guess for this restart, after the restart, he'd like to be in the other position. Got a little bit of an obstructed view seat here. Feel free to mute me if needed. $20 seconds left. And we're neutral. Lewis with the escape with under 20 seconds left. Closes the gap. Just a 1-point lead now for Schillen. Schillen on a shot. Lewis stops it, tries to go behind, but runs out of clock. That'll do it for the first period. Looks like Schillen's going to elect to go down here. Not his bench, Schillen, no cradle. It's exactly what Lewis wants, though. He's got the cradle locked up. False cradle, rolls through. This one's tight. Schillen kicking hard, but Lewis able to put his shoulders to the mat. And with the fall by Pierce Lewis, that extends Eastview's lead. They now lead 21-6. Up to 138.
Wrestling at 138 pounds for Edina, Seth Neville, and for Eastview, Drew Bergstead.
right, there's a quick takedown for Seth Nebel. Saw his brother Landon wrestle earlier. He leads 2-0. And I did not catch a name from Eastview there. I apologize. I'll see if I can figure out who that is. Seth currently ranked number 10 in the state in AAA at 132 pounds. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not sure who this is for Eastview. I apologize. Riley Myers sounds familiar. I'll bet good friend Donut on the mic in-house said Myers and just sat in the back of my head. I'll go with that. If this is not Riley, I apologize. Neville with a butcher here. Look for back points, minute left. Looks like he's got at least 2, maybe 3. Picked up a full complement of 3 back points there, now leads 5-0. And out of bounds they go with 30 seconds left here. Nebel covers from the left. Looking to get some cross wrist control there. Looks to have it. Nice job there by Myers. Turns into him and scores late in the period. Trails 5-1 now. Trying to keep my ears open if I can hear a go Riley or else from the Eastview side. Second period here, Neville's going to go down. Late start there, the clock off by a couple. Neville with a quick escape, 6-1 lead now. Got an underhook on the right side, working in with wrist control on the left. You know what? I'm switching to Drew Bergstead here. I heard a let's go Drew. Drew, I believe, is a 132 pounder. Not quite sure. Haven't seen that in the results, but I think that might be him. So we'll go with Drew Bergstead. Thanks to the Eastview fan behind me that said go Drew. Appreciate that help, intentional or not. 6-1 lead for Nebel here. I'm a couple seconds late on the clock there. They're out of bounds. 1:07 left. I'll get you a reset on the timer. Whoa. Confidence grows as cheering for Drew continues here from Eastview. So Drew Bergstedt here, wrestling for the Lightning. Fairly strongly believe that to be the case. 10th ranked Seth Nebel in on a shot for the Hornets, lifts Bergstedt up, takes him down to his back. Bergstedt trying to lock up the old gator bacon there. Nebel did a nice job of lowering his hips and staying strong and fighting through that, and he's now got Bergstedt in all sorts of trouble. And that'll do it. There's a pin for your 10th ranked wrestler in AAA, Seth Nebel. Coaches meet at the head table, send out some wrestlers. What?
Wrestling at 145 for Edina, Landon Johnson, and for Eastview, Brady Kelly.
All right, Landon Johnson taking the mat for Edina, Brady Kelly from Eastview. underhook for Kelly. Johnson clears that. They're working on that off wrist control, both wrestlers. Johnson almost with a dresser dump, I think. I couldn't quite see it square, but he does go behind and finish a takedown. This day of wireless everything, I'm tethered to the wall here, crunched in by the bleachers at Farmington High School. Just happy to be at a wrestling match, so. Johnson's pretty high here. Kelly trying to come out the back door. He does, finishes a reversal, and with under 30 seconds left, we're tied at 2. Potentially dangerous is a call with 25.7 seconds left. Kelly covers. I think for the next duel, I'm going to find the smallest kid in the team and point him right to the seat between me and the mat. Got a big sturdy coach between me and the mat right now. I report that his hair is done very nicely. He's got a nice hoodie on. Broad-shouldered young man. That'll do it for the first period. Tied up at 2 between Johnson and Kelly. And we're going to be neutral. Fortunately, I didn't see who picked neutral there. Probably, maybe Johnson. That's a pure guess, but Johnson with a nice takedown the first period. He ended up getting reversed and rode for the last 30 seconds, so neutral would be a nice solid choice for him. He's in on that shot again, cracks it down, looking to hop to his right. Kelly gets square though, feeding him some hips. Johnson still trying to feed in there. Front head out of Kelly. He's looking head in the hole. One check. I got a second check on something here. I'm going to shut the audio down just briefly. Muted there for a little bit as I was checking on something. Looks Brady Kelly finishes that one by fall for Eastview. Gives the Lightning a 27-12 lead after 145 pounds.
152 pounds for Edina, Sam Seeger, and for Eastview, Paul Frost.
So we got Cole Frost for Eastview, Sam Seeger for Edina. Edina was open there at a couple of weights. I was dealing with a couple of other things and not quite catch the names. I apologize that. I did catch at 195. Logan O'Neill for Eastview collected a forfeit. Before that, number 7th ranked Nathan Langer won by fall. And at 220, I'm not quite sure who collected the forfeit for Eastview, but we're up at heavyweight now. We got Gavin Falk for Edina and Jack Stevens for Eastview. All right, I apologize for the dead air there. Had some things I had to take care of on the side here. Currently got Jack Stevens for Eastview leading 4-1 after that escape by Gavin Falk. Got a minute 23 left here. Second period at 285 pounds. Out of bounds they go with a minute 7 left. Stalling warning on Eastview. Stevens is first, I believe. Team score is actually 63 to 12 with that missing forfeit at 220. Out of bounds they go with 45 seconds left here. 4-1 lead for Stevens still. About 30 seconds left here in our second period of our final match of this duel. Front headlock for Stevens. Falk stands up, tries to fight it off, pushing on the elbow. Out of bounds they go. 7.7 seconds left on the official clock here. And a little blood time for Stevens, I believe. As I mentioned earlier, don't be afraid to go down and hit that subscribe. You can hit like if you want to. I don't know if there's any real benefit to that or not. With subscribers, the more subscribers you get, the more features YouTube streaming allows you. Tonight, like I said, we had an internet issue, and you cannot stream from your mobile device directly to YouTube unless you've got 1,000 subscribers. We do not have that many yet, so had the internet problem not been resolved, we would have been out of luck with no stream here. So if it's something you can do without a big hassle for you, if you hit subscribe down below, that helps bump our numbers up, and we get closer to being able to stream from our phone if ever needed. Falk looks to the corner. They decide we're going to go top in the third period. Feels like that's his best option here to score. Looks like Falk's trying to work a half Nelson here. Got a little bit of a angle. Good guy roll out of Stevens for 2, and he's collecting back points as well. He leads 6-1, and he's got 3 back points in the bank. He's sagging back, trying to finish Falk off here, see if he can get both shoulders to the mat. Falk with 1.5 minutes left, doesn't want anything to do with that, though he's fighting hard to get to his belly, but have a hard time getting free. Stevens arms all the way around there. Nice job, Gavin Falk bellying out. Not before Jack Stevens picks up 3 back points, though. 9-1 lead for Stevens here as he works a crossface on top, trying to crowd into a butcher. Bump him over slowly. Falk does a good job getting his hands free there. No damage done. 1 minute left in the third final period of our final match of our duel. Here doing a good job of keeping his head up down there. Having a hard time getting to his base here. Stevens, a lot of pressure on him. Every time Falk gets up to his base, Stevens grabs that near ankle, drives him down. 30 seconds left here in the third period. 9-1 lead for Stevens out of Eastview. Falk fighting hard, he's out front. Edina coaches would love to see an escape here out of Falk. That would make it from a major to a regular decision. Even though team score is no longer in doubt, that shows a lot of heart out of Falk there. Falk charges in, going to try to make something magical happen, but I think the clock's going to run out on him. Nice fight there out of Gavin Falk, not giving up the major. And that'll do it, folks. With that decision at heavyweight, the final score is Eastview Lightning 66, Edina Hornets 12. As I mentioned, we've got one more duel coming at you tonight. It will be the Farmington Tigers, the Eastview Lightning. That was scheduled to start tentatively a little later on, not quite 7 o'clock. I'm going to guess somewhere between, 15 and 20 minutes maybe before we start our next duel. I'm going to mute the audio and see if I can get a little more solid starting time, and if I can, I'll update that little scroller at the bottom. For now, I'll let the results scroll in case you missed some action. Most of them are in there outside of, I didn't catch who caught the forfeit at 2:20 for Eastview. So anyway, that'll do it for the Hornets and the Lightning. I will talk to you all shortly. All right, it looks like senior Chase Vogt, sporting his brand new Tiger robe, took the toss for the Tigers. I heard him come back and say 1. I believe that means the Tigers will be odd, not entirely certain. Chase could just be saying that's how many times he got confused during the whole event. Either way, we got Eastview and Farmington coming up. If this is your first time watching, the scores should be up to date, but I manually update them, and the clock is starting to stop manually.
For Eastview, Nolan Enderlein. For your Tigers, Ryder Anderson.
So there you'll notice I started the clock about 5 seconds late, but it'll give you an idea of about where they're at in the match. We've got Nolan Enderlein taking the mat for Eastview at 106 pounds. Ryder Anderson for the Tigers. Enderlein on a single here. Anderson bails. 2 takedown Enderlein. He strikes first. Been whining all night about my seat here. Kind of tethered over by the corner. Don't have the ideal view for the mat, so if I go silent, it's just because I can't quite see, but it looks like Enderlein has Anderson and a Turk in all sorts of trouble here. Got 3 in the bank. Anderson not able to defend himself quite yet, so the referee continues to hold 3. I can't see if there's an assassin locked up underneath there. It looks like there might be. Enderlein going now 3/4 Nelson. Anderson fighting that, trying to break the hands. There, the hold is broken. 3 points are awarded, and it's 5-0 lead for Enderlein. 30 seconds left here. Horn's nice and loud here at Farmington. You'll hear it at the end of the buzzer, or at the end of the period. Butcher attempt out of Enderlein. Anderson faces him up to a base. Enderlein trying to lock up a cradle here. 15 seconds left. Ryder Anderson really trying to fight this. Enderlein bumping with 5 seconds left. Gets him over. Probably going to run out of time. Not enough. And there's your buzzer with 4 seconds over. Must have been 4.99 plus 100. 3 back points for Enderlein makes it 8-0 at the end of the first period.
Right top, right? Top on top. Top on top.
Anderson covers to the right. Enderlein immediately to his feet and cuts away for an escape. Now leads 9-0. Shot from space for Anderson. Enderlein stuffs that and goes head in the hole and gets a takedown. Jumps right back into this assassin lock. Anderson breaks that lock, grabs the wrist and swings it over. Now he's working up to his base. Cross face out of Edina. .123 head lever from the knees. .11-0 lead for Enderlein. We're out of bounds. 114. Looks like he's got a near ankle there, riding on top. He's got a near wrist. There's a green fist in there. That'd be stalling warning on the home team with the Tigers. We're in the camouflage singlet. Anderson's first stall warning, no harm done yet. 30 seconds left here, period number 2. Still 11-0 Enderlein. Under 10 seconds left here. Anderson with his head up. And that'll do it for the second period.
Hey, good position, Ryder. Good base.
Anderson's going to be down to start this third period. On my shopping list, and actually it's not a shopping list, I've got them at home, I just didn't have any handy. It's going to be a great big long Ethernet cable to throw into the bag. If this happens again, I can adjust accordingly. Turret position here for Enderline again. Has 3 in the bag here, still has a cross face, looking to lock up a Cradle. Leads by 11, got 3 in the bank. Cradle is locked up. Tries suicide roll through, can't get through. Hip to hip again here. Pulls Anderson back. Already got 3 back points, so no more swipes are coming. Ryder kicks hard, cannot break the hold, and that'll do it. Pin for Enderline. Puts Eastview out 6-zip after 106 pounds.
Next up at 113 pounds, Mr. Carter Harris, and for your Tigers, Ryan Sullivan.
All right, now up to 113 pounds. Eastview sends Carter Harris out there, taking the mat for the Tigers. 9th ranked Ryan Sullivan. Sullivan drives him out. That's a stall warning on Harris. 1:35 left. Harris in immediately on a shot. Sullivan stuffs it. Spins behind for 2. Sullivan strikes first here at 113 pounds. Throws a leg in. Harris trying to dig that boot out. And that'll do it. That's a potentially dangerous as he pulls that knee up. I'll reset 116 is what we got in the official clock here. So I'll go that way here. A caution on Sullivan. First caution. We get 2 before points start accumulating. Sullivan very close to back points here, but Harris bellies out. Sullivan now with a baseball grip behind the back, going to stretch that arm out, 2-on-1. Got a couple of options here.
Make it tight, Sully.
Comes out front with a half, still got that wrist. Big bridge out of Harris. Sullivan drives him back to the mat. Harris is fighting hard here, but Sullivan's still got a minute left here. If he can sag in, he's got to control that near arm. There he's got the wrist. Now Sullivan can kind of grind this out. Still got 45, 42 seconds left. Sullivan with 3 in the bank. Harris fighting hard, but shoulders slowly going to the mat. You can see it inching down closer and closer. .25 seconds left. Harris still fighting hard. Sullivan readjusting. It's getting close, and that'll do it. Ryan Sullivan with the pin at 113 pounds ties this duel up at 6 after 2 matches.
Let's go, Tyler. Good job, Sully.
Wrestling at 120 pounds for Eastview, Max Enderline, and for your Tigers, Tyler Sullivan.
No, there's not an echo in here. This is Tyler Sullivan. You just saw his brother Ryan Sullivan, and Max Enderline. You saw his, I believe, brother wrestle earlier. Sullivan with the single up in the air, and trying to kick out. Runs to the edge. No harm. 1:38 left first period. 0-0 between Enderline and Sullivan. Sullivan reaches, doesn't quite get home, and Enderline immediately goes into a front headlock. spins behind for 2. Enderline jumps out, strikes first at 120 pounds. Enderline now with a cross wrist. Sullivan breaks that free, working up to his base. Trying to get both wrists free. Up he comes, hips are off the mat. Enderline breaks him down immediately again. Enderline with that near ankle, switches sides. Keeps his knee in between Sullivan's legs here at all times. As a roll through tilt all the way through, Sullivan trying to get all the way through, cannot quite get there. There was a pair of swipes picked up there for Enderline, so he's got 2 in the bag with 30 seconds left here. And the referee appears to have awarded that. I can't see. I thought he maybe still had the cross wrist. Must have had that freed up. So 4-0 Enderline now, 20 seconds left. Another roll through tilt. Sullivan goes all the way through that time. Nope, nothing hurt. 10 seconds left. Sullivan bases up, quad pod. Trying to find a point here late in the first period. Not going to happen as the clock runs out. And we enter the second period, 4-0 Enderline. Quick caution this time on red. Caution apiece. Enderline immediately to his feet. Sullivan goes to lift, can't lift, drops to a double, takes him back down to the mat. A lot of action for 6 seconds. Back to the center we go. Enderline up, and that time does get away. So he now leads 5-0, 10 seconds in the second period. So I'm trying to keep an eye. We had a camera lock up earlier tonight. Got that reset fairly quickly, but big spin goal behind on Enderline. They're out of bounds. Enderline 7, Sullivan 0. Going to make sure that doesn't happen again. Don't want you missing much action, preferably none. Looks like a caution on Sullivan, not quite sure why. Maybe he didn't have his hands stretched out far enough to get across the stripes. Anyhow, back to the mat we go. That is 2 cautions on Sullivan. He'll have to be careful as the match goes on. Another one would result in a point. Enderline chop bust. And back to that cross wrist tilt. Old days, they wouldn't have had an opportunity to score there with the shoulders out, but now wrestlers are able to fully score there on the edge of the mat as long as they're supporting points inbounds. No back points though. Sullivan bellies out. 55 seconds left here. A little over halfway through our match at 120 pounds. Max Enderline for Eastview leading Tyler Sullivan 7-0. Got my poor little MacBook overheating here. Screaming away. Looks like an armbar tilt here for Enderline, but Sullivan evades danger there as well. Now Enderline has a leg in. Sully turns into it, twists. It's going to be at least one. Almost standing reversal, not quite, but there's an escape awarded to Sullivan, so it's 7-1. Enderline now neutral with 21 seconds left. Again, that clock is approximate, fairly close, but you'll hear the buzzer at the end of the whistle. Here at the end of the period. Sullivan in on a shot here, got a single leg up in the air, 5 seconds left. Does he have time to finish it? Dives for a double and finishes. Tyler Sullivan with a late takedown and ride out to end that period on top. Interline at one point led this match 7-0. Sullivan was able to get an escape, a takedown, and a ride out to close this gap. Now all the momentum's in his side. Enderlin regroups as they come to the middle. 7-3 Enderline. We're neutral here. The next takedown is going to be big for momentum. Snap down out of Enderline. He scored that a couple of times. Just kind of overpowering with that snap down. He now leads 9-3. Sullivan back to work on the bottom. Sorry for any slurping noises there as I hydrate just a little bit with our masks on and everything else. Anyway, we're out of bounds. 1:21 on the clock. Six-point lead currently for Enderline. He's on top. Kind of same ride we've seen most of the match here. Jumping side to side, keeping one leg in between Sullivan's legs. Not getting anywhere too far out into danger, but the whole time trying to collect risks for tilts. We've seen him try about 4 or 5 roll through tilts. Continues to work for that. Sullivan fight for hands underneath there. Enderlin jumps hip to hip, and there it is again. Out of bounds they go. 42.2 on the official clock. I'll update mine. 6-point lead here. Team bonus points could be big tonight. The second caution on Enderline. That's 2 apiece here. Next caution for either wrestler would be a point. Sullivan trying to build to his feet. Enderline, like I say, you're going to see this game plan. He'll hop side to side, keeping one knee in Sullivan's butt the whole time, fighting for wrist control. Staying pretty safe, never getting out into danger, but fighting for wrists the whole time, looking for that tilt. He did lock up a cradle earlier, I guess. There's a stalling warning on Sullivan. Just the first one. No points, 10 seconds left. 6-point decision right now. The Tiger bench urging Sullivan not to give up back points, and that's an illegal headlock, or I'm sorry, full Nelson there. Must have slipped in, so that makes it 9-4. That should keep Sullivan out of danger of the major. This match will end 9-4 for Max Enderline, giving the Eastview Lightning 3 team points. They go back and head. They now lead 9-6 after 120 pounds.
Wrestling at 126 pounds for Eastview, Landon Bath. Your Tigers, Jake Arns.
All right, here we go. Jake Arns in on Landon Bass' leg in a hurry, takes him down. Quick strike out of Jake Arns for the Tigers. He throws a half Nelson in on top. .30 seconds in here. Arns on top, 2-0, riding hard. Takes a peek at the bench. Arns not able to secure a turn here. I think he's considering cutting him. Well, still working for back points here. Minute 15. There's Vath to his feet. Arns with a 2 on wrist. Cuts free. 2-1 lead for Arns as we're neutral here. 1 minute left in the first period.
There you go. Work those in.
Arns stutter step. In for that shot again from space. Got one hand on her leg. Can't get to both. Good action there as Vath tries to spin behind, but Arns faces him. We're back to neutral. Arns with another shot.
Force it. Don't force it. He's waiting on you.
Yet another shot out of Arns. Got another single in the air. Goes to trip. Vath evades that. Trying to whiz her, but Arns spinning behind. Out of bounds they go. 23.9 left on the clock.
Stay on him, Jake. Stay on him.
Looks like quick break here. I think Landon may have caught one near the eye there. First I thought maybe they bonked heads, but he was just kind of rubbing his eye out there. So we're wrestling again here, 12 seconds left. Arn's looking for his 5th or 6th shot of the first period.
3 seconds.
And we're going to end this period 2-1 lead for Jake Arns. That goes down.
Be tough on top.
Hammer on top. Hammer on top.
Arns breaks Matt down nicely here to start this second period. Fighting for wrists under there.
Easy works up. We'll go to town.
Arns now has Matt's arm behind his back here. A couple options. He's going to try to scoop through. He's got a half dozen with that wrist. This is going to get super tight in a great big hurry, and that'll do it. Jake Arns with the fall. Try out the instant replay. Take one more look at that. All right, we're up to 132 pounds.
Wrestling at 132 for Eastview, Pierce Lewis, and for your Tigers, Aiden Vandemeyer.
Your side.
All right, we got Aiden Lindemeyer out there for Farmington. He has a quick go behind on Pierce Lewis for Eastview with that fall by Arns. The Tigers take the lead. They now lead 12-9 over the Eastview Lightning. Let me get you 2 points on the board for Aiden. Got a crossface, looking to lock up a cradle. I think he's got it. He rolls through suicide cradle, catches 2 swipes. Lewis breaks the grip, but not before Aiden picks up 2 back points. Lindemeyer now leads 4-zip. Clock's not too far off, maybe a second or 2 slow. We're in the ballpark. You got an idea of where we're at in the period.
Great hip, buddy.
Aiden there with that near ankle, breaks him down, throws a far half in, switches to a wrist, switches to a crossface. Transitioning from move to move on top is Aiden Lindemeyer here. Inside a minute left in the first period. Lindemeyer leads 4-zip. Boy, I wish you at home could see Chase Vogt warming up here in his Tigers bathrobe, bouncing around like Rocky Balboa. 22 seconds left here on Lindemeyer, still riding tough on top. Back to a crossface he goes. Pierce Lewis down there trying to fight that.
Be smart, bud. Be smart. Come on, man.
Looks like a penalty point. I don't believe that was stalling. Maybe it was an aggressive crossface out of Lindemeyer. I missed it, but anyhow, that's a point on the board for Lewis. 4-1 lead for Lindemeyer. Inside of 10 seconds left. It looks like that's the way we'll end our first period. Aiden Lindemeyer, 4-1 lead over Pierce Lewis. Eastview Lightning in the blue singlets, the Tigers in their tiger camouflage. Those singlets first came on the scene, a lot of people made fun of them, and then all of a sudden you see teams picking up very similar singlets. All right, Lindemeyer with a quick reversal there, takes a 6-1 lead over Lewis. Backed on top. See how long Lindemeyer decides to ride here. He was transitioning from move to move to move, and outside of one set of near fall, wasn't able to pick up any back points. Been fairly dominant here, but if he's unable to turn Lewis, they may decide to cut him loose and take it back to our feet. The stalling warning on bottom, that's the first stalling warning against Lewis, so no points awarded. The next one would be a point. They're on Lindemeyer, cuts him loose, 6-2. He's got an underhook. Inside trip step, doesn't get home though. Lewis backs off the mat. That is the second stall call, so that one is a point. So with 1:08 left. 7-2 lead. Nice little duck under out of Lindemeyer there. 9-2 lead for Aiden. Cuts him loose, back to their feet. 9-3 on Lindemeyer. Out of bounds they go. No stalling call that time. 57.3 left. Lewis with a shot on Lindemeyer with a tough front head into head in a hole. Locks up a near side cradle. He's got 2 takedown. Look at this. Puts Lewis on his back. He's got that cradle locked up. And that'll do it, folks. Aiden Hahn Lindemeyer wins by fall at 132 pounds. And up to 138 we go. Tigers lead 18-9 with that fall by Lindemeyer.
And the rest of it, 138 pounds to Eastview, Drew Bergstead, for your Tigers, Eden Davis.
$149 left here, potentially dangerous. We got Drew Bergstead for Eastview. Eden Davis taking the mat for Farmington. Eden moving good, taking 2 or 3 shots here. Doesn't get home though. Another shot out of Davis. This time he does have it up in the air. Head inside single here. Bergstead looking to try to cut back. Got a whizzer in there. Davis with a single goes to lift it. Davis going to try to drag him on the mat. Bergstead's able to evade, and with 1:20 left in the first period, we're still scoreless. Let's see if Bergstead fires off a shot of his own here. One minute left in the first period here. Still no score. 138 pounds in this duel between the Eastview Lightning and the Farmington Tigers. We're here in the Tiger Gym. Head and hands defense out of Bergstead there. Davis can't get home. Underhook attempt. Collar tie. Another shot out of Davis here. Head inside single, is back up to his feet. This time they're in the middle of the mat. Let's see if he can make anything work there. Bergstead's trying to grab the back of Davis's knee and come backwards. Davis trying to pressure down. Steps back, cuts back, and that's 2 for Davis. 15 seconds left here. Be a big ride out for Davis if he can get it. Slow roll through, but not slow enough for 2 points. No swipes at all there. Davis here with 5 seconds left, looking to ride this period out and finish up 2-0. Nice Turk attempt out of Davis to finish that period. 2-zip Davis. Referee looks over to Bergstead for Eastview. That's his choice this time. He chooses down. Davis covers.
Nice.
Looks like he's got.
Go to work. Go to work.
Bergstead broke down here. You see Bergstead on the bottom. They're using his feet to hold Davis's feet there, so Davis can't get out to the side. He's trying to get him free. He's got an arm bar and a wrist here. He's got to roll that wrist underneath, keep the arm bar tight. Get him up to his knees here. Load him up, nothing doing there. Bergstead fights that off. Bergstead with a roll. Davis comes through. Bergstead tries to hop. Hip toss out of Davis. Bergstead comes back through with the hip toss, so that's 2 for Bergstead. He's got no back points yet. Minute left in the second period. Got Davis's arm back here. If he can pull Davis's arm back, look for some back points. Otherwise, Davis is going to try to get that free. He's bellied out here good, but he's got to get that wrist back. Bergstead lets that go and then pulls it right back. Puts his knee on it. Bergstead pulling on a shoulder, and he is able to pick up some swipes there. Picks up a full set of 5, so Bergstead has 3 in the bank. Davis safely to his base, but not before Bergstead leaves 5-0. We got 15 seconds left here. Bergstead's pretty high, got a half Nelson in. Davis trying to shake him off, but can't. Bergstead adjusts his hip back. Off to the side, he's looking for banana splits. Davis avoids that. Shot bust out of bounds. There's a half a second left on the official clock, so I guess we got time for a caution. That's about it, half a second. And with no caution, we're on to the third period. 5-2 lead for Bergstead. Davis chooses down to start the third period. Bergstead covers. Throws that leg right back in. Cross body, looking for a guillotine here. Davis based out here. One leg up, gonna quad pod up. Roll through. Nice job on a Davis there. That's reversal. He's had Bergstead on trouble there on his back. No back points though. And it's now a 1-point match. Davis closes this match now. 5 for Bergstead, 4 for Davis. Still a minute 20 left here. Looks like Davis going to cut him loose. Bergstead with an immediate shot though. Ends up with a reversal. So it's 7 for Bergstead now. 3-point lead. Legs again. 1 minute left in the third period. Davis quad podding up. This time Bergstead's not so anxious to throw the leg in. He's had a little bit of trouble with that, so he avoids that. He just goes to a basic claw ride. Grabbing a near ankle. 45 seconds left here in the third period. Throws legs in. Another roll out of Davis. Can't get all the way through. Bergstead frees the leg. Covers the hips. Comes armbar. Davis reaches back. 30 seconds left here. Bergstead back to the legs. Now he's got Davis's right hip to the mat, left hip up off the mat. Bergstead's a lot better shape there, but Davis fights up to his base. Quad pod up. We're going to see a roll again. Can't quite get through. Bergstead feels that coming and just kind of lets go. They stop halfway through, and with 10 seconds left, it looks like Drew Bergstead's 7-4 lead is going to hold out till the end of the match. Almost full Nelson there, not quite though. Nothing doing. No points, and that'll do it. Drew Bergstead with a 7-4 win for the Lightning. Next team score: Tigers 18, Lightning 12, after 138 pounds. On we go to 145 pounds.
Wrestling at 145 pounds for Eastview, Brady Kelly, and for your Tigers, Hunter Frost.
Hunter Frost for the Tigers in. Quick shot and takedown. He's got that near leg looking cradle. He's got Brady Kelly on his belly. 145 pounds here. Frost with a cross face. His uncle thinks that a cradle would be a good move at this point. Nice action there out of Kelly. Up to his feet. 2-1 lead for Frost. Drag into a double. Nice shot. Hunter Frost. Another takedown. He now leads 4-1. Moving good. Near side cradle. Head in the side. Couple of options here. He decides to just go straight over the top. He's going to try to hook that leg, and he does. Pin for Hunter Frost. At 145 pounds, gives the Tigers 6 more team points.
Chase, up, bro.
Still checking in here, ready to roll.
Wrestling at 152 pounds for Eastview, Landon Odegaard, and your Tigers, Chase Vogt.
You might have heard the in-house announcer getting excited for this one. That's because it's Chase Vogt's dad on the mic tonight. Big double out of Chase for a takedown, cuts him loose. He leads 2-1 early in the first period. He's got Landon Odegaard. Vogt with another takedown, 4-1 leads. Got Odegaard in all sorts of trouble here. Sags back. Looking to see if he can find a pin. Odegaard trying to roll through and successfully does, but not before Vogt picks up 3 team points. Senior Chase Vogt on senior night. Had a pin earlier tonight. Hoping for 2 in the same night. Cradle. Vogt's got Odegaard on his back here. Cross-face cradle. Odegaard's head's almost out, but it's starting to get tighter. Odegaard doing a nice job keeping his right shoulder up. Vogt lets go of that, goes into a pump handle, kind of a tilt position. We're going to stop this mess. Vogt with 3 near fall. He now leads 10-1 with 1 minute and 2 left in the first period. He's going to cut loose. We're going to go to our feet. My obstructed view seat says 12-3 right now. No, 12-2. Must not have gotten. Yeah, there was no releaser. There it is. All right, so that's a point for Odegaard. Vogt up 12-3. Duck Center has that near elbow. Going to try to force Odegaard to his back again. We got 25 seconds left here. Vogt with the takedown now. He's 14-3. I'm going to guess he maybe just rides this one out. No, he locks up a cradle, wants to get the fall here. Really would like this fall before the tech fall comes into play. And there it is, Chase Vogt with a fall. Gives the Tigers 6 more team points. Farmington now leads 30-12. Congratulations, Chase Vogt, on a pair of pinfalls on senior night. Gives the Tigers a 30-12 lead.
Wrestling at 160 pounds for Eastview, as our Foreman and our Tigers, Austin Hamill.
All right. I can tell you that the back of the Farmington Tiger coaching staff shirts are excellent because I had a great view of 2 of them there. Tucked away in the corner here, but Hamill strikes first with a takedown. Cuts him loose and out of bounds they go with 1 minute 27 left in the first period. Austin Hamill, ranked number 8 in the state in AAA at 160 pounds, leads 2-1 over Ezra Formanek. Another takedown out of Hamill. Looks like Hamill may have a leg thrown in over there. He does, looking Turk. Cross-wrist tilt, picks up 1 swipe, but not 2. Formanek's able to belly out there before any damage is done. Hamill back with the near wrist. 4-1 lead here, 45 seconds left in the first period, 160 pounds. He's going guillotine of his own here, got that near leg, digging on that far arm. I can't see it, but I'm guessing Formanek has his hand on his hip, avoiding that. 33.9 on the official clock left here in the first period. Hamill says we're going to cut him. So it's 4-2 Hamill now. See if Hamill can capitalize on this. Hamill in the front, head on the feet, pull down, looking for a go behind. thinking cow catcher. Decides just go for a straight go behind and does. He's able to collect it. Nice job by Austin Hamill there, scoring after that release. 6-2 lead. Potentially dangerous with 12.4 left on our official clock. I can't tell. I don't have the camera view. I don't have enough real estate here to see everything at once. I can't tell if you guys can see a scoreboard in the background. That would be the scoreboard for this mat. Keep me honest, I guess. Roll through tilt for Hamill. Tries to go. Gets it. Austin Hamill at the end of the first period is able to pick up 2 more near full. So when he was leading 4-1, decided to cut him with under 30 seconds left. He went right to work, got a takedown and 2 back points, extends his lead. He now leads 8-2 as we enter the second period. Formanek's going to start down. Hamill optional. Goes to cut him loose, jumps into a near side cradle. Can't quite lock it up. We'll see if he forces this or not. He's got both hands on Formanek's right arm.
Put your lock by his neck. Put the lock by his neck.
I think Hamill might have it locked up
2
now.
guns behind this. Yep. Put the lock by his head. Lock by his head. Hips. Lock by his head.
Hamill able to get him over here. I can't tell for sure. I thought I saw some swipe. No, I'm seeing some waving action here. No back points. 124 left. Second period. Hamill with the cradle locked up, but not able to score any near fall points with it. Back to the roll through tilt for Hamill. Nice job out of Formanek sitting up out of that, but Hamill spins behind. Under a minute left here. Over halfway through our match at 160 pounds. 8th ranked Austin Hamill leading Ezra Formanek 8-2. I promise you guys you have a better view than me. Luckily, we had a long camera cord with us tonight, 50-footer, so we got somebody over near the mat running the camera for me. Appreciate that, big help. Keep you guys with a decent angle. Young man doing a fine job over there. 15 seconds left here, second period. Hamill's been on top this whole period, but not able to get any back points collected. Maybe take a little starch out of Formanek, and with 1.2 seconds left, we've got a stalemate call. Start for just a second here. And both wrestlers understand the situation. Just ride that one out. Looks like Hamill's going to go down to start our third period. He's 8-2. Hamill certainly would like to put a couple more points on the board here. I'd like to put a whole bunch of more points on the board, but would like to at least get 2 more. Goes switch, re-switch, hops over the top, and Hamill with a reversal now leads by 8, 10-2. So now things get dicey right here. Austin leads by exactly 8, which would be a major decision. And although he rode Ezra Formanek for a full 2 minutes in the second period, you can't necessarily rely on that. So we'll see. My guess is he's going to try to ride him for another 15, 20 seconds, maybe all the way to a minute or so. After that, if he can't turn him, he may end up cutting him just to try to score another takedown and lock it up. Or maybe not. I guess a guy's ridden someone for three and a half minutes in a match. You figure he can do it for another minute. We'll see how it plays out here. Hamill's not done scoring, though. He wants to get some back points.
He'll go.
Got Formanek bellied out pretty good here. All right, there we go. We've crossed the 1 minute mark. Our third and final period, 160 pounds. Austin Hamill with an arm bar, and as Formanek tries to get out of that, Hamill's hand approaches Formanek's head. It'll be called potentially dangerous every time. So they're back to the center, 52.6 seconds left. Hamill goes optional start here. Let's see if he actually cuts him all the way loose this time. Last time didn't quite get separation. All right, so now there we go. So it's a 7-point match. Hamill now would have the ability, if he can score a takedown, to have a point of cushion. Formanek does a nice job fighting off that. 38 seconds left. Formanek with an underhook and almost all the way to a seat belt there. Hamill pressuring into him. 22 seconds left. They're off the mat with 21.0. Hamill in on a shot from space. Formanek sprawls, trying to just stay square here with 12 seconds left. Hamill cuts underneath, ducks under. Got a chin whip attempt out of Formanek. That's awful tight. In fact, his hands caught behind Hamill's shoulder. And with a half a second left, there was two-point takedown. We saw the action and then heard the buzzer. So Austin Hamill with a big takedown at the buzzer makes it a major for the Tigers. 14 points. Farmington now leads 34-12 over the Eastview Lightning. And up to 170 we go.
Go, Cole!
Wrestling at 170 pounds for Eastview, Ethan DuPont, and for your Tigers, Paul Lindemeyer.
All right, I'm going to have to double check that name. I think it's Ethan DuPont. For Eastview, I guarantee you this. This is Cole Hahn Lindemeyer, third ranked in the state at 170 pounds for the Farmington Tigers, 170 pounds. Quick shot there out of DuPont. Maybe this is Habeck. Not actually sure who this is. I'm going to leave DuPont on the scoreboard, although it might be Habeck. There's two takedown for Hahn Lindemeyer. Got an Eastview fan behind me that has unknowingly helped me out a number of times. I'm hoping he does so again. If he can cheer for his wrestler by first name one time, I'll be able to help you guys out and know for sure what the score is. 4-2 Hahn Lindemeyer. Another quick go behind, 6-2. Still control for Hahn Lindemeyer. There we go. There's an escape. 6-3 lead for Hahn Lindemeyer. Another goal behind. Racking up the takedowns here. 8-3 lead for Cole Hahn Lindemeyer at 170 pounds. We've got 40 seconds left in the first period. He's got a cradle locked up over there. He's got to have 3 in the bank if he can't get the fall. Again, I apologize to Ethan DuPont if this is not Ethan. And that'll do it. Cole Hahn Lindemeyer wins by fall at 170 pounds.
Wrestling at 182 pounds for Eastview, Nathan Langer, and for your Tigers, Gavin O'Neill.
All right, up at 182 pounds for Eastview, Nathan Langer. Nathan currently ranked 7th in the state. 182 pounds. He's wrestling Gavin O'Neill for the Tigers. Gavin almost has a reversal. Langer comes up with a hip toss from the bottom. Looks like he's got O'Neill in trouble here. O'Neill gets off his back there, shielded from the action. 3 back points awarded for Langer, though. Now leads 5-0 over Gavin O'Neill. Almost halfway through our first period. Added a question mark to our scrolling results there for Ethan DuPont at 170. I'm not sure if that was him or not. There's 2 more back points for Langer. Looking at Turk here on top. potentially dangerous is a call. Unfortunately, where I'm at right now, I can see the referee better than the wrestlers. That's all right. You guys can see the wrestlers. You can see what's going on. O'Neill sits out. Langer behind. Transitioning from wrist to wrist on top. 10 seconds left here in our first period. Langer flattens him out. It's a convenient last name. Langer sounds like a nickname, but that's his name, Nathan Langer. A good ring to it. No nickname needed for this young man. Head in the second period, Langer leads 7-0. O'Neill's going to start this period on top. O'Neill still riding here. You can tell wherever the action goes, me and the guy directly in between me and the mat are both leaning together. Synchronized lanes out of us keeps me shielded. It looks like Langer's going to get a reversal here. He does pick up the reversal and has O'Neill on his back. And that'll do it. 7th ranked Nathan Langer gets the fall for Eastview. Eastview puts 6 more on the board. Score now Tigers 40, Lightning 18. Taking the map.
195 pounds race to Logan O'Neill, and for your Tigers, Parker Venz.
Parker Venz for the Tigers, currently ranked 3rd in the state. Looking for his opponent on the field here. 2 more Venz. Logan O'Neill for Eastview is kind of hoping for a Connor Mixel Parker Venz matchup. Mixel was ranked early in the year. Venz in on another shot there. Let me get the score caught up. 6-2. Venz a senior here on senior night. Our last senior we see out of the Tigers. He's looking for a cradle, can't get that locked up. Looks like he's switching to a butcher. Blocks the head with the knee. Pulls him over, gonna collect a few back points here, settles in. O'Neill doing a nice job fighting here, but that'll do it. And with that, Ken gives the Tigers 6 more team points. Tigers now lead 46-18 with just 2 bouts left. Team score result no longer in question. Still got 2 bouts left in our duel here between Eastview and Farmington.
The rest of the 220 pounds race to Connor Mixel, for your Tigers, Drew Keeler.
Connor Mixel, might be Mikesel. Local announcer said Mikesel. I'm going to go with Mikesel. I thought it was Mixel just reading it earlier, but a lot of times they can hear the coaches check in and get some pronunciation. So we'll go with Mikesel. Connor Mikesel wrestling for Eastview. Andrew Keeler for the Tigers up at 220 pounds, 30 seconds in. Front head out of Keeler here. I'm going to pull Mikesel down. Mikesel trying to stay square. Keeler trying to go head in the hole. Just about there Keeler is. He's got an ankle. If he can lift up that near ankle, he's going to be able to go behind and get his 2. It looks like he's about there. And Keeler strikes first at 220 pounds. Under a minute left in our first period here. Andrew Keeler leading Connor Mikesel 2-0. Even if I were to find a window on my computer that had the live stream, I would be commenting on what I'm seeing later, and you would think I'm all super slow, not that you don't already. Just kind of comment as I see stuff. Looks like there we got a clear view. Keeler had Mixel bellied out there. Mikesel makes his way back to his belly inside of 10 seconds left. Keeler needs to ride out here. Doesn't want to give up any points at the end of the period. 3-2-1 coming. And there's that buzzer I promised. Andrew Keeler scores the only points in the first period. He leads 2-0 as we enter the second period. Looks like Mikesel's going to go back down again to start the second period. Keeler covers on the right side. Keeler with a crossface here, looking to bury that shoulder. Mikesel trying to get his hips up off the ground. Keeler keeps that shoulder buried. Hips aren't going to help a ton. There, Mikesel's up to his base. His arms free. Keeler goes to a 2-on-1. See if Keeler goes into a tilt here or not. He decides he's going to go with a far wrist half. Can't quite get to the half, so switches to power half. Decides just to try to muscle this one over. Can't do it though. Mikesel fights that off, gets his hips up in the air. And Keeler covers. A minute left here, starting to get a little bit high. Coaches want him to get back. Mikesel grabs the leg. Keeler's got that far leg. Looks like Mikesel's going to get a reversal and tie this thing up at 2 with 50 seconds left. He's got Keeler on his back. He's in trouble. The Eastview fans are excited. And that'll do it. There's a pin at 2:20 for Connor Mikesel. Gives Eastview 6 more team points. Tigers now lead 46-24 with 1 match left on our docket. Let's see what we see for heavyweight here. Eastview's got a good one.
Wrestling at 285 for Eastview, Kellen Stewart, and for your Tigers, Tanner Olson.
All right, so we got Kellen Stewart taking the mat for Eastview. Kellen's ranked number 5 in the state at 285 pounds. For your Tigers, Tanner Olson. We're out of bounds with a minute 29 left in the period. Olson is called for stalling there. First one, just a warning. Next one would be a point. Another underhook for Stewart. They're out of bounds. Some referees would call that stalling on Stewart. Stewart's got to be careful there about just digging underhooks and pushing. The rule says that if the action goes out of bounds, whoever forced the action out of bounds will get called for stalling. Not always a stalling call. There can be kind of an action call where the referee feels like they just went out of bounds, but if someone forces the action out of bounds, then typically they will get dinged. So Stewart keeps him in the mat, finishes the takedown, leads 2-0, under a minute left in the first period. He's got an arm bar here. He's trying to slowly bump over here. Olson fighting hard, but Stewart settles in and finishes with a fall. Well, that'll do it, folks. Thanks for joining me again. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That helps us out. Final team score, Farmington 46, Eastview 30. Thanks for coming and have a good weekend.